All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Advanced Medicinal Chemistry. Some of you are in the chemistry department, others are in the medicinal chemistry in the College of Pharmacy. I would like to welcome you all to this class. My name is Dr. Mel Betty, and I will be uh, taking responsibility for most of the lectures, most of the material that you'll be receiving in this class. And Dr. Isaac Schiffer and Dr. Aaron Presswich are the other two instructors, and they will be coming in to discuss with you chromatography, mass spectrometry, and Dr. Schiffer is going to lead a physical chemical properties boot camp for you in week 3. So thank you for registering for this class, and welcome to Advanced Medicinal Chemistry. Now, as you know, because of the situation that we are currently dealing with, I've decided out of an abundance of caution not to meet in person for the first couple of weeks. And we will put all the information that you need, all the material online. And our Blackboard site is going to be the place where we will be able to communicate and have conversations about the class. Now, that means that there will be a lot of work that you'll be expected to do. There will be some videos that you'll be expected to watch and a lot of activities on the Blackboard site. So let me take you quickly through the site so that you can see how it's set up. The first thing that the landing page of the site is what we call the course news. This is where you will be able to see any announcements that are made to the class, and if there is any new, anything that's new that's posted, whether it's discussion board or um, anything in the course organization, anything will be posted here for you to see. Okay. Then there is the syllabus. The syllabus. Okay. So when you click here, you'll have access to the syllabus. Then the learning material is where all of the lectures, all of the videos will be set up. Now, the way it's set up is you're going to begin with a brief introduction. Then you can move to the next page, and that will give you a little bit of lecture objective. Now, embedded in each of my videos or embedded in each article, there are some additional objectives that you will be able to take a look at. But these are the overall lecture objectives for the class. Then when you get to the learning material, this week there's a lot of videos. Next week it may be more articles for you to read. So it's going to vary from week to week, but this is where you will find most of the material. Again, this week I've recorded most of the videos myself, but there are some times when I find topics that have been really well discussed, and I will simply include the videos and the author and give the author the proper recognition. I will not reinvent the wheel if I already find something that's been done. So and then there is a place for the assessments that you will have to submit. Discussion boards are here, and discussion boards are where we'll be posting different topics every week, and within the week, you will also be able to take a look at the threads that you're supposed to contribute to. The goal of the discussion board is for you to not only give a statement or a response, but to also comment on 2 of your classmates' posts. So in order to get full credit for the discussion board, we're expecting you to not only bring your own responses, but also comment on 2 of your classmates' posts, okay? All right, so let me move quickly here. First thing I want to do is talk about the syllabus, okay? Now, when you click on it, it's going to download it. You should be able to open it here. And all right, okay. So the syllabus is pretty straightforward. As I mentioned, we have a location for the class, but for now, we are going to be meeting online. Myself and Dr. Schiffer and Dr. Presswich are the instructors for this class. In the event that we actually do meet in person, all the social distancing rules will be enforced, face covering and making sure that we have spacing between the students. Let me move on to the learning outcomes of the course in general. So in this course, what we're expecting to do is help you develop an understanding of the relationship between the structure of the drug and its pharmacological activity, to allow you to develop an understanding of the methods and techniques that are involved in the design and development of pharmaceutical agents, and learn some of the factors that dictate drug toxicity and metabolism and so on and so forth. So the course will be delivered with online lectures available on the Blackboard site. Okay. We also require that you engage in class discussion board and respond to questions that we put up there. Now, there are no required text, There are a few things that you can use. The Organic Chemistry of Drug Design and Development by Silverman, Top Drugs, their history, pharmacology, and synthesis, basic concepts of medicinal chemistry, and any organic chemistry or biochemistry textbooks. I have a lot of other books that I use in this class, but you are not required to purchase any of them. If you have them, great. If you don't have them, we'll provide you with enough material on the Blackboard site for you to be able to do well in this class. Okay. Course expectations are here for you to read. Really, I would like you to have an open mind, and the videos are a starting point. There are more articles that you can read. There is more information that's available, but have an open mind, and let's go through some of the overview of how you will be graded. Now, in a lot of your classes, most of the grades rest on the exams. It's similar here, where the midterm exam is going to have 25% of the value of your grade, and the final exam also 25. Okay, but then you look at everything else. Your quizzes and assignments are going to be worth 25% of the rest of the grade, so 75% here already. And then for the rest of the class, your capstone project and your discussion boards are going to make up the rest of your grade. So there is nothing that really you can neglect here. You have to make sure that you submit the quizzes, the assignments, discussion boards, capstone projects. Everything counts. Everything counts, and I would like to encourage you to do so. This is the grading scale. Let me move to the schedule of the classes. Now, if you looked at a syllabus that I've put out maybe in previous years, some of these titles will be different. But what I've decided to do is to change some of the titles in there and still incorporate a lot of the material, but focus on other areas. So this first week, we're going to deal with the introduction to drugs and their targets. In here, I will talk about the types of drug target interactions that exist, and we'll also give an introduction on proteins. Then we'll go into enzymes as drug targets, okay? Then Dr. Schiffer is going to come in and give us the physical chemical properties bootcamp. After that, we will have receptors as drug targets for a whole week. Then we'll deal with nucleic acids as drug targets. As you know, with the coronavirus and the threat of other viruses, RNA and DNA have become targets that can be used to help. They've always been, but they're actually being highlighted as targets that can be used to help with some of these diseases that we are facing. So I've decided to include that topic that was not included in previous classes. Then we'll deal with pharmacokinetic considerations. In previous years, I mainly focused on metabolism, so this will still be heavy on metabolism, but I will also talk about toxicity, talk about distribution and absorption and other things along the pharmacokinetic considerations line. The drug design and discovery process, I wanted to be more intentional this year in including that here, and that will be understanding how to take a drug from bench to bedside. So from the research aspect of it all the way to the commercialization of it. At that point, we will have a midterm exam, and then Dr. Aaron Presswich will come in and give us principles of chromatography and also give us an introduction of mass spec in drug design and development. A topic that I may have had on my syllabus previous years, but didn't really go deep into it, is computer-aided drug design will be present this year, and also pro-drugs and drug delivery system will be present. We'll spend the last 3 weeks really working on the capstone project and making sure that you have your assignments that are due, that are submitted every single week for that capstone project. So it's going to be really, really fun to work with you through this class. And I hope you take the time and invest the time so that the class can be beneficial to you. Okay. All right. So let me go back here to the syllabus, to the Blackboard page. Let me quickly cover the learning material. So the learning material is going to be all the information that you will need for this class is going to be under the learning material link. And we've already covered this earlier when I was giving you the brief introduction. I just want to reiterate, sometimes there will be less videos, more articles. Sometimes the videos will not be from me. They may already have been published by a publisher. As far as this week is concerned, I have Tuesday's material that's posted, and I'm going to be posting Thursday's material today. And usually the assignments will be due the same day. And the thinking behind it is, in a 2-hour lecture class, I usually will lecture for about 35 to 45 minutes, give the students a break, and then have you come back in class and we'll work on some problems so that you understand, so that the class actually makes sense and it's not all theory. So I'm doing similar things here where I have the lectures, the videos available, and then I'm expecting you to take the extra time that you have available to complete the assessment and submit it the same day. That's the reason why in the coming weeks you will see that the assignments are posted on Tuesday and then they're due the same day. It's the same thing as if you were in a class setting and you were basically having to do in class problems. Okay, so I understand that it may feel a bit overwhelming at first, but think about it as the first hour of the class you get the lecture, and then the second hour you sit down and you do the problem sets, and you'll be expected to submit those the same day. Now, today being the first day of class, I've made an exception, and the assignments will be due on Wednesday, but next week, actually starting on Thursday, whatever assignment is posted will be due the same day, and so on and so forth. Discussion boards, as I've mentioned before, we're expecting you to participate in the conversation, not only to respond to the prompts that we put, but also to engage with 2 of your classmates, and that's how you will be able to get your grades for the discussion board. As the grades start rolling in, you will be able to see them here. Right now there is no grades, but as the grade starts rolling in, they will be in this section here. All right. So that's really all I have for the tour guide, I guess, for the guide of the guided tour of the class. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. If there is any information that's not clear, feel free to communicate that with me as well. And I hope you have a great semester and you have a good day. All right. Happy learning.